Okay, it has been a while. Um, so today in this stream, my goal is to build some of a new level. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Hopefully, I'll finish this one. So I don't think I'm gonna get a girlfriend anytime soon, unfortunately. But we'll see what happens. I'm just pulling up chat on my phone right now. Sorry for the late start, I guess. All right. I guess I'll ping Discord that I've started because I did say I would start at like 3:45 a while ago. I don't know how much stream delay there is, but hopefully, yeah, okay. So basically, I heard of Ambrosia a long time ago, and that one level by Ren, that's completely invisible. So, my Geometry Dash builder is glitched. I don't know why. Sometimes it says like position instead of just switching my to edit mode or build mode. So I have to reset, but it's fine. So I got inspired by that song, and I'm gonna try to build a full level to it. Because that level only uses a very specific part. I'm gonna split the level into acts for the building process because I think that'll be more interesting for me. So instead of like fully building the layout and then decorating it, I'm just gonna build like all of Act 1, and then I'll build all of Act 2, and then Act 3, and then Act 4, and then Act 5. And these represent the amount of seconds in each act. So the first one's going to be a pretty long section. So we'll just start now. We'll start with mini here. I think that'll fit better. I'm gonna make it like set camera position. All right, so let's go to static. We'll just make this a moving block because we probably are going to be on this platform for a while. Damn, chat is dead. That is unfortunate, but we're gonna go with it. This is also going to be an extreme demon, so but it is also going to be pretty long, so probably an easier extreme. How long does this part last? Because, yo, wait. What's up, Bandito? Has been a while. It only goes to like 10-ish seconds. So we can make this part kind of repetitive. I don't know what Rad's been doing this entire time while I've been gone, honestly. I know he's been building layouts, but I don't know what he's been doing besides that. I don't even think I need a portal there. I can just probably make more cube gameplay. I should get Rad as a guest star for one of these streams. might actually focus on building this other demon I was making for this series. I was thinking about doing Oven Ambrosia. I might not, just because the gameplay might be hard to make. Still might make the level, but not sure. This one I've already fully built. It's very repetitive, so it didn't take me long to build the layout. Now I'm just working on decoration, but it's gonna be difficult. So it's gonna be hard to decorate because it's so repetitive. I don't know how hard of a level this is, to be honest. Alright, so what I was previously working on is copying, pasting this entire trigger effect across the entire level. I tried to set up to a timer, and it didn't work. So I'm brute forcing it, but it shouldn't make the level that unoptimized. I hope. I will be playtest, like I will get some people to playtest this because I don't know how fair the gameplay is. I don't know how hard some timings are than others, but um, so I'm not gonna decorate the gameplay yet. I'm gonna make all the other effects. So, and then I'll get somebody to playtest the gameplay. I think I'm not gonna build up Ambrosia, at least for a while. That's gonna take a long time. Honestly, I might just stick to making simpler levels, like this one. This is essentially a pacer test personified. So, I mean, it should be pretty easy to build. The block design is going to be extremely easy because I just make like one block design for each of the 3 gameplay sections, and then that's it. If I want this to even have a chance of getting rated, since it uses an Ongbo, I need to have very good music sync. So I feel like I'm on an assembly line right now. I've gotten a new keyboard since I last streamed. Well, I haven't streamed in like a year, but you know. I didn't even have an actual keyboard before. I was just using my laptop computer's keyboard. But this is a lot better. My W key doesn't pop off mid-attempt anymore, so that's good. Okay, we're done mass producing this effect. And now I can try to do other stuff. Alright. Okay, I'm just gonna make sure everything syncs up. Also, actually there's like no one watching the stream, but if the volume on anything's too quiet or too loud, then tell me. Alright, I think the effect syncs up, so that's fine. I do want to know what would happen if I did make these like lens circles. If I made them have like a fade on them, I wonder if it would look good. That just looks kind of weird. I don't think it looks as good, honestly. I mean, it's interesting, but it's not great. I think no fade looks the best, honestly. Hold on. I had an idea. So these on the bottom and top kind of sync to like beat in the song. So I could make these like invisible until I want them to like sync up with that bit in the song. I think that could be somewhat cool. We'll try it out and see if it looks good. All right. Ooh, wait, that has to be 0 opacity though. Gonna make that fade in a bit longer.
Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the brown. Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the brown. Green Sally up, green Sally.
Honestly, not a huge fan of it. It was a decent idea though. Right.
Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done.
Let me make a black screen covered until the music starts though.
Green Sally up.
Alright, so just gonna get a ton of black. Like cubes essentially just cover this. Maximum. Then we'll go put this on editor layer 3 or something. We'll give this 7. Or actually, no, these still have 7 on them. So we're gonna have to remove that, go back to here. Now we can give the group IDs. Ooh, wait, why can't we give it 7? Is the fade still up here? No? Okay. Through groups and item IDs, alright. Zero objects. Alright. Alright, so I think we're in the clear to put this. I'll just put it on group 8 because it's not letting me do 7, probably for a reason. So we'll have this on full opacity until first beat in song, which is about there. So we'll turn the opacity down to 0 instantly, and this is going to be 8. Okay. Perfect.
Green Sally up. Green Sally up. Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done. Green Sally. Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last.
Maybe a little sooner.
Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done.
I'm not sure if I like that a lot, honestly. Like, I think it's okay. It's not bad.
Green Sally up. Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the brown. Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the brown. Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the brown. Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the brown. Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the brown. Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last. Green Sally up. Green Sally up, green Sally down.
I think that's fine.
Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the brown. Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the brown. Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the brown. Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the brown. Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the brown. Green Sally up, green Sally down.
I think, like, at that one bit, or, yeah, it's just this. Maybe we could do a zoom effect here. Zoom it in a little bit to maybe like 1.2. Then we can ease in and out at the end back to 1. We can try it. Also, I built this without using any start positions because if I'm gonna make the people who play this suffer, I might as well suffer myself. Ooh, I actually really like that. I'm gonna make that for all the parts. That is actually really good. Not gonna lie. It's a good idea. Alright, let's move these over so I can make it for the next bit that's kind of like that. This is a lonely stream.
Green Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Oh, Miss Lucy dead and gone, left me here to weep and mourn. Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Oh, Miss Lucy dead and gone, left me here to weep and mourn. Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Sally up, Green Sally down.
Alright, now we'll just do that for the rest of the parts at this point.
Green Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up,
We'll have it start here again. Have it zoomed in for the rest of that.
Green Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done.
Also, let's make this black screen at the beginning. Have a move trigger so it will stay on 3's movement.
Green Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done.
Why don't I just do that for the last part as well? I'm losing my mind. Okay, so we have these here now. Those are already there. let's go out here where these are. Copy them. Then we can go out to the last bit. And we don't need that final trigger there. We can just leave the zoom in one. And then we can trigger group 8 again at the very end.
Left me here to weep and moan. Left me here to weep and moan. Green Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Oh, Miss Lucy dead and gone, left me here to weep and moan. Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Oh, Miss Lucy dead and gone, left me here to weep and moan. Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Oh, Miss Lucy dead and gone, left me here to weep and moan. Green Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Oh, Miss Lucy dead and gone, left me here to weep and moan.
I think this needs to be a little bit sooner, but that's fine. I think I got some good progress around. I'm gonna take a slight break here. Play a little bit of a level. Not sure which one yet. But a little bit of a break so I don't lose my mind. It's not like anybody's watching to care if I do take a break anyway. So yeah. I'll play Nadir. Play a run of it. It's a fun level. Very underrated. Never got rated actually, but yeah. I don't think this is like the best level in the world. I think it deserves like a rate, maybe. It is a bit unoptimized, but it's a cool level. Like I think it deserves to be rated. I wouldn't go as far to say even featured, but it deserves recognition for all the effort that was put into it. I can just like see the creator tried to make something cool. I think it has like a good concept, not insanely good executioning, but it feels kind of like nostalgic in a way. This part, on the other hand, I actually think is really good. I think the execution here on this part's pretty good. Oof. It gives like Jonathan GD vibes. I just don't think the creator had enough polish to really finish that vision, but like they stuck with the level. Like they finished making it better than what I could do. If everything wasn't looking like as good as I wanted it to, I'd probably quit, but they didn't quit, which I do respect. Very Jonathan GD vibes. I think this part is ultimately... Oh my gosh, I suck. I think this part has like way better polishing than the parts that came before it. I think they definitely know how to make effect deco better. Or like design decoration. The other part probably was just the style. It's still a little bit unpolished, but not bad. That was a cool transition, even though it's kind of generic. I don't understand this though. This is not the halfway point of the level. It's just a lie. I think they should have definitely put it later. Or maybe when it was made it was the halfway point, but the percentage thing got messed up kind of in 2.2. Even though I don't even think that would have been the halfway point. I think that part I just played is like my favorite part of the level. It's just like the drum song, the music sync, everything's right. I think this part's not bad either. It's just a little bit unpolished. I think the block design is pretty nice though. I like the palm trees and islands in the background here. They work really well. I don't think the block design at this part's very good. It's way too bright in my opinion, but it's not like horrible. It's not like if this is like their first attempt at making a level as long as this is really good. I really like the background of this part. This background is really nice. I think the block design is a little basic. There's not much going on, but it's not bad. This deserves a rate. It is is a long level though, so a feature might be deserved here. Personally, I would just give it a rate. But Rob Top's not that much with the rates, so. Well, actually, he sometimes is, but with like brain power or not, yeah, brain power. But like a lot of the times, it's pretty understanding with the rates. This part's a little bit buggy, but. Or maybe I'm just bad. I think I'm just bad. This part's pretty nice. Yeah, like this part is definitely like feature or epic worthy for a level this long. It's just like a little bit, like the more like cartoony or realism parts just aren't like as polished in my opinion. Like the level itself is pretty nice. This jungle part's also not horrible. It's like dream travel quality. I do really like this underwater sunken part though. They did a good job of making the like coral and the reeds and stuff. The tube coral actually is really nice. The block design and like isn't bad, isn't incredible. I like the fish. Very simple. I think there could be a little bit more going on in this part, but it's not bad by any means. Like, I can see the creator was like happy with what they made, which I didn't feel a need to keep building. Let's make it the best project in the world. It's just their project and they had fun with it. I need to learn from this. Bravo. Okay. Back to not being a bum, back to actually playing my own. Wrong one. Back to making my own level. What a bummer.
Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell it brown. Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start.
Alright, first major effect. You hear that like clicking noise? I want to do something for that. Probably like something spinning, because I don't think anything else would work as well for that. Maybe steam. But we can use the particle trigger regardless because it's overpowered. It is the most overpowered object in its verse, which is the editor. Okay, so we can do. We can make it radius. We can then make it a little bigger. We can just make it like one particle, honestly. We can just make its lifetime like. We could just make its lifetime like an absurd amount of time. Then we can use the well, we can make it really spinny, like really fast, but it's still an object still. Make that 100 seconds instead, see what happens. Still nothing, so I guess that's not gonna work. Let's make its lifetime something reasonable in like 10 seconds. Then something will probably happen. Let's make it like 3 seconds instead. And let's make it spin. Did I mess something up? Because this is like cooked. Maybe I should use Steam or something. Or maybe I'm overthinking this a lot and I just use like something from this category. Give this group 7. Make it rotate quickly. Let's give it its own editor layer. Let's make it rotate even faster. Thousand in the next 300 seconds. I think that's reasonable. To group 7.
Green Sally up, a green Sally down.
Let's also make it slightly less high opacity. Bring it down to like half.
Green Sally up, a green. Green Sally.
Let's also give it group 3, of course.
Green Sally. Green Sally. Green Sally up, a green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, a green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground.
Okay, maybe I want to make it spin a little bit slower because that's a little bit high. We'll make it 600.
Green Sally up, a green Sally down.
Make it fade in at a certain point.
Green Sally up, a green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, a green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, a green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, a green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground.
What if we made this kind of like a clock? It's already kind of like that, you know? So what we could do, we're still in group 4. Add another one of these, but make it a bit smaller. Gonna give it in a separate group. We're gonna give group 9, and we're gonna give this to group 9 as well, but we're also going to make this for group 9. We're just gonna make it the same thing, but a bit slower. So we're gonna make it like, we'll make it 300, and then we'll make this group 9 as well.
Green Sally up, a green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, a green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up.
I think that needs to be even slower, to be honest. could make these two on like the top axis. I'm gonna just give this one a slightly slower speed in general, honestly. Just give it 260 instead. Because now it just looks like a clock by default. So what if we just made this editor T1?
Green Sally up, green
Yeah.
Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, green Sally down.
I do like that, but we're gonna have to make it sync to the music, so.
Green Sally up. Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground.
There's like a
Green
pause.
Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally.
We could make this like a really short fade time, make them both fade out to opacity 0.
Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up. Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally.
I'm just gonna make it stop in like mid-place. I think that could work as well.
Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground.
Now we can kind of mass produce this effect. Placing it. I've been placing it on the wrong spike. That's annoying. Okay, that's the first. Oh, this is not easy. Okay, let's just see how this
Green
sticks.
Sally
Okay,
up,
continue.
Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell is brown. Green Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell is brown. Green Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell is brown. Green Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell is brown. Green Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell is brown. Sally up, Green Sally up.
Oh no, why is that spike weird?
Green Sally up,
I think that
Green
actually looks
Sally
really well.
down. Last done start, gotta tell is brown. Green Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell is brown. Green Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell is brown. Green Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell is brown. Green Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell is brown. Green Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell is brown. Green Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell is brown. Green Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell is brown. Oh, Miss Lucy.
Okay, at this point here, we need to make that like invisible again because. Oof. before I add anything else, I think I'm gonna add like a circle kind of in the middle of the block. So we can just add this to like 7, I guess.
Green Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell.
Oh wait, that circle still needs group 3.
Green Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground.
I might make this even less opacity. So if we go to 8 and then make this opacity really low, then we can add that on top.
Green Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done.
We need to make it even lower.
Green Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground.
Honestly, the circle is a bad idea. Let's be real. Let's be honest. And let's remove it.
Green Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell
Let's just
the
keep it simpler.
ground. Green Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground.
Now what we can do, make things even crazier, potentially. I'm not sure if this will work 100%. Give that group 11, and then we can make group 11 kind of shake these a little bit. Just make it move X. Let's just say like 2. We'll make this group 11. Just make it move it 2 forward in about 0.3 seconds. That should be fine. Give it ease in and out. Then place another one here. Make it move -2. Then that should like shake it around a little bit. And we can do the same thing for that. Down here, make this right there. We can make it move it to Y. We'll make it move like -2y. And then we'll make it move 2. Then we can extend the length to, let's just say, like 20 here on these ones. Then we can loop these. And then hopefully that'll make the effect better. Not sure if it will, but
Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground.
okay, I do see it. These motions need to be more drastic. So let's just make this one like 5 and this one -5.
Green Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally
like that a lot, actually. I'm not gonna lie. But we can make it a little bit better. We make the spawn loop a bit more interesting. So the delay here is 0.314. Move time is that. So let's make the move time here even longer, like that. And then you're gonna have to remove kind of some of the loop here, but let's just do that. Remove all groups from it. Just completely destroy that. Okay. Now we'll regroup it to create that loop. And now that should look even better.
Green Sally down, last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, Green Sally down, last done start, gotta tell the ground.
I like that.
Green Sally down, last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, Green Sally down, last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, Green Sally down, last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, Green Sally down, last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, Green Sally down, last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, Green Sally down, last done start, gotta tell the ground. Oh, Miss Lucy dead and gone, left me here to weep and moan. Green Sally up, Green Sally down.
I don't think it needs to be in the foreground. I'm not sure. We'll just make this in the background and see how it looks. Make it high background though.
Green Sally up, Green Sally down, last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, Green Sally down, last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, Green Sally down, last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, Green Sally down, last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, Green Sally down, last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, Green Sally down, last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, Green Sally down, last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, Green Sally down, last done start, gotta tell the ground. Oh, Miss Lucy dead and gone, left me here to weep and moan. Green Sally up, Green Sally down, last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally
Okay, wait. Okay. With this attempt, I need to measure that thing, thingy thing, to see the growth points I need to stop it for that system.
Green Sally up, Green Sally down, last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, Green Sally down, last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, Green Sally down, last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, Green Sally down, last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, Green Sally down, last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, Green Sally down, last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, Green Sally down, last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, Green Sally down, last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, Green Sally down, last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, Green Sally down, last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, Green Sally down, last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, Green Sally down, last done start, gotta t last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, and Green Sally down, last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, and Green Sally down, last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, and Green Sally down,
I will say I'm going to end the stream at 5:30, or if I forget, the next time I check the clock, or when I mean 5. So I have a habit, right? Word things horribly, but I understand them. So I'm just gonna try to get better at that. I'm gonna try to grow in that. So I'm going to try to end stream at 5:30, and if I forget and go overtime, then next time I check the clock and realize I've gone past the time and I decided to end stream. Next stream I'll hopefully have like a guest star like Rad or Fireball or something like that, you know. Make things a bit more interesting. Okay, interesting. This part actually doesn't have that, so I can leave it off. That's unfortunate. I did like that effect. I think it added a decent amount to the part. But it is just a device for music sync, so keeping it around any longer when there's no music sync would just ruin the effect, essentially. Does this final part have that clicking sound? That's the question. No, it does not. Okay, that is an important thing that I noticed though, because that clicking sound is now only good for that bit. I'm gonna take a little break, but once again play a level that I think is underrated. Let's see. Is there any filter we can do to search by like non-rated level? I guess it would just be no star. September. Let's see. Can't be a level I made because that's just not fair. Magic Touch is an underrated level. I just am not good enough to play it. Ascent is. I'm just also not good enough to play it. Aurora by Baller Dills is as well. Next to you. That's a good level. There's so many options. Let's see. Terrifier's a good level, but that's kind of well known, so I guess we're just gonna play some like Aurora. Baller Dills is a group of creators. I know they were popular for a little bit, but you know, I think this level never got rated. Some of their other ones did. This one's really underrated. I think this is a really cool level, actually. Just look at the background. This part looks beautiful. Very well made. Kind of gives me like hot style. Ooh, okay. Has a very unique vibe. And this final part varies it up a bit. Some new interesting colors and new interesting blocks again. More of a realistic vibe rather than natural abilities. Then finish it out with that signature aesthetic. Alright. Back to the hellhole.
Green Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the brown. Green Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the brown. Green Sally up, Green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the brown. Green Sally up, Green Sally down.
Now there's that kind of like doom, like piano in the background. I think that's the next like sound we should try to tackle next. I think.
Green Sally up, Green Sally.
All right, so particle trigger time. This is what it's really specializes for. All right, we got these objects, and I think what we can do, we can set them to spawn all on this line. We can make like, ooh, would Y gravity being lower just make them drop? Yes. Okay, so pause far X, that's that. Okay, Y is like that. I don't have a ton of experience with the particle trigger, but if we make it have 0 speed, okay, that's what I wanted. Okay, wait, what if we increase both of these? Not what I wanted. Okay, from here we have to increase that. Okay, now we already kind of got what I wanted to do. Kind of wanted to create these bars, essentially. We can make these fade in and out a little bit. Add some of that to it. Now that's kind of the effect I wanted. Except I kind of wanted to taper at the ends, but I guess I can kind of just do that manually, making like smaller versions of it, then attaching that to the end to make like smaller tapered bits to the main effect. That's kind of unnoticeable though, so we're gonna have to make it even smaller, which might make it feel a little disjointed, which I don't really want. We'll just do it carefully. Okay, yeah, I think that's what I wanted. Now we got kind of this going on. Now we can make this sit on T3. We kind of have to. We can give it a new color channel as well. Make it kind of gray. We are gonna have to make it use object color though. We can make it like a little bit darker. Or we can make the second one that. And it can kind of. All right. Yep. That looks kind of fine. So move to editor layer 5. Give it group 3, obviously, because that's the best group in the game, apparently. Yeah, I think that actually looks really nice, especially if we put it on both sides, which I will do. Then we can make some sort of extra effect with it. Ooh, it's kind of like inverted on the top. That wasn't really what I was going for, but it kind of looks cool, so I'm not gonna change it. Why is it both like that now? It doesn't look bad either way, honestly. I'm fine with this. But we do, that being said, we do need to make this all invisible to start with because music sync. All right. Give this group 16. Add a alpha trigger here. Group 16, fade time 0, 0. All right. Now we gotta kind of track when in the level this effect should appear. All right, we got the point. Now we can make them appear. We'll make them opacity 0.75. Give it a slight fade time. Okay, now the hard part is making them like actually sync to the music rather than just sit there. Now I have to like tap to the rhythm of like that beat itself rather than the main beat. It's gonna be kind of hard, but I'm gonna give each one of these their own group. So we're gonna make this one 17, and we're gonna make the top one 18. Start with 17 here. Make it do a quick jab, so O direction, -10. Then we'll make it go we'll do +5, +5. So that'll even out, so it'll just equalize
Green
itself.
Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the brown. Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the brown. Green Sally up.
These times need to be adjusted though. So it'd have to be like that. And then sharp motions. So we'd want ease out. Okay. They make these ones a little shorter. 0.19. Let's just make them all 0.19 because they're all the same beat.
Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the brown. Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the brown. Green Sally up, green Sally down.
Okay, I do like that.
Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the brown. Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the brown. Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell. Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the brown. Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the brown. Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell.
I might make these in and out because I think that one honestly will just end up looking better. Even
Green Sally up,
regardless.
down. Last done
I
start,
don't know.
gotta tell
We'll
the
see.
brown.
It looks a little too jagged right now. Even though that's kind of the point.
Last done start, gotta tell the brown. Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta
That needs smoothness to it, if that makes sense.
Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the brown. Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the brown. Green Sally up, green Sally down.
Guess we can make them longer. That would help.
Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the brown. Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the brown. Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start.
Point 0.45 might be a bit more excessive, but we'll try it.
Last done start, gotta tell the brown. Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the brown. Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the brown.
Maybe return it to like a lower easing rate.
Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the brown. Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the brown. Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the brown.
Okay,
Green
yeah.
Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the brown. Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the brown.
then I can kind of invert that for the bottom one. So if we copy all of these, drag them down a little bit, then convert all of these to 18, it'll do the exact same thing. But I want it to go the opposite direction, so I'm just going to reverse all the values. It's really pretty simple. Unless this backfires in my face and I look like an idiot because this is actually not how it works. But I think this is how it works, so we're just going to give it a shot. It only takes a second. Make all these negative. Okay, now let's test it.
Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the brown. Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the brown. Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the brown. Green Sally up.
Okay, that works well. Cool. I think it would start around here-ish again.
Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the brown. Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the brown. Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the brown. Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the brown. Green Sally up. Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the brown. Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the brown. Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the brown. Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the brown. Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the brown. Sally up, green Sally.
Even if these aren't perfect, people will start stop paying attention, if that makes sense, after a certain point. Or start paying less attention to that effect. So I think this will be okay. We're a little lazy, but I'm gonna try to make it as long as possible.
Green Sally down, last done start, gotta tell the brown. Green Sally up, green Sally down, last done start, gotta tell the brown. Green Sally up, green Sally down, last done start, gotta tell the brown. Green Sally up, green Sally down, last done start, gotta tell the brown. Green Sally up, green Sally down, last done start, gotta tell the brown. Green Sally up, green Sally down, last done start, gotta tell the brown. Green Sally up, green Sally down, last done start, gotta tell the brown. Green Sally up, green Sally down, last done start, gotta tell the brown. Oh, Miss Lucy dead and gone, left me here.
Okay, remove that one, and then the rest is okay.
Green Sally up, green Sally.
Let's play this. Okay, it is past 30, so I will be ending the stream in a second, but
Green Sally up.
we're just gonna make sure.
Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the brown. Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the brown. Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the brown. Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the brown. Green Sally up, green Sally down.
All right, honestly, I'm okay with that progress for today. Pretty solid. Well, even though nobody was watching, I hope whoever was watching has a good day. Whoever commented, supported the stream. I hope they have a wonderful day. And yeah, that's the end of the stream. I'll see you guys next time.